Hey, good morning. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, Pajama Grandma here. And I want to talk just for a minute about how I overcame my fear of being seen in public with curlers in my hair. Now, I grew up in the 60s, that's how old I am, and that was back in the days of those pink foamy rollers. I don't know if you remember those, but I grew up in a family of all girls, and pink foamy rollers were the kind of thing that you only ever wore at home before you got ready to go to church. And so I would be mortified to be seen in public with curlers in my hair, just like a lot of the things that we're afraid of. But growing up, sometimes we would have to do things like chase the horses when they got out of the fences on Easter in our Sunday clothes with curlers in our hair. So that was my first step of sometimes you have to take a step forward and make an action in a way that you're not necessarily comfortable, but you have to do it because it's an emergency. So that isn't really the motivating factor for getting over wearing curlers in my hair. What really happened is, as I was running my Italian food business, I had bought an Italian food business, and part of that involved doing store demos. And it was back in the day when I figured I had to do absolutely everything myself. So after we had some trouble scheduling for store demos, one weekend I realized that I was going to have to do this store demo. Well, I also had to cook for the store demo and get everything ready and prepped up to take to the store. So, of course, by the time I did that, I wouldn't have time to change and curl my hair and get all ready. So I had to actually wear curlers in my hair, and I tied a big bright scarf over my head and had to then go down to the Italian food manufacturing business, make all the food, prep it with a hairnet over the curlers in my hair, and then all I had to do to get ready to change clothes was to change my clothes, pull the curlers out of my hair, fix my hair quickly, and then drive to and do the store demo for 8 hours or so. And that is the way I got over having to wear curlers in public, because people would give you funny looks when you're driving down the road with curlers in your hair. The drivers next to you, they laugh and they smile, which actually is part of what helped me get over the fear of doing it, was because it did make other people smile. It did make other people laugh. And it also actually had the same effect on me. It helped me to realize that the things that we're afraid of don't kill us, and especially when they're the things that aren't even that important. And that's part of how I learned that it doesn't matter if I'm doing a Facebook Live with curls in my hair. Now, the first time I did one, did I feel ridiculous and stupid and scared? Absolutely. But I did it, and I didn't die. So the overriding lesson is, whatever you're afraid of, take a step toward it. Take action and do it, and then see what the results are. And I can guarantee that every time you do that, the results will never be what you feared would happen. Our fears are just things that we imagine, and they almost never, ever happen. Unless we think about them hard enough, and then we create them, which we should be more afraid of our thoughts of being afraid of something than we should of actually taking action toward whatever it is that we fear. So go out, make it an awesome day. I'm going to probably take my curlers out before I do the rest of my Facebook Lives today, because I can. But as I was rolling up my hair today, it just reminded me that that's a really important lesson that I don't always remember in all the areas of my life. So I figured maybe you could use a reminder too. See you soon. Pajama Grandma out. Bye.